Far away on an Arcturian command ship orbiting Earth, the alien leaders convened a war council. In a room filled with glowing holograms of Earth and its obelisks, Supreme Commander Xylox slammed a clawed hand on the table. "The humans have activated another obelisk," Xylox growled, his voice reverberating through the chamber. "They grow more dangerous by the day. This cannot continue." The council members, a mix of biomechanical beings and alien strategists, exchanged concerned glances. One of them, an Arcturian scientist named Kaeldar, stepped forward. "Supreme Commander, we underestimated their resilience. But we now have enough data to disrupt the obelisk network. If we corrupt the control systems of the next one, we can turn it against them." Xylox nodded, his glowing eyes narrowing. "Deploy the corruption technology and send the Obliterator fleet to Earth. We will crush their resistance once and for all." The Arcturians prepared for their counterstrike, determined to neutralize the human threat before it escalated further. Back on Earth, the Resistance was also preparing for their next move. Inside the underground command center, Commander Reynolds and his team analyzed the data retrieved from the oceanic obelisk. Dr. Markov pointed to a new location on the holographic map, a dense jungle in South America. "This obelisk is unique. It appears to be the central relay point for the entire planetary network. If the Arcturians take control of this one, they could use it to shut down the others, or worse, turn them into weapons against us." Captain Rhea leaned over the map, her expression tense. "Then we have no choice. We have to get there first." Reynolds nodded. "Agreed. But this time, we'll need more than just brute force. We'll need stealth, speed, and precision." The team began planning their journey into the jungle, knowing it would be their most dangerous mission yet. Unbeknownst to them, the Arcturians were already one step ahead. The Resistance's transport plane soared over the Atlantic, carrying the strike team towards South America. The mood was tense as the fighters checked their weapons and gear. Private Lila, still recovering from the underwater mission, tried to ease the tension with a wry smile. "At least this time, we won't have to hold our breath." But their brief moment of levity was shattered as the plane's warning alarms blared. "Incoming!" shouted the pilot. Arcturian fighter drones appeared on the radar, their sleek forms closing in fast. The Resistance fighters scrambled to the gun turrets, firing bursts of plasma at the pursuing drones. Explosions lit up the night sky as some of the drones were destroyed, but more kept coming. The plane's hull shuddered as enemy fire ripped through its engines. The pilot shouted, "We're going down. Brace for impact." The transport spiraled toward the dense jungle below, crashing into the canopy with a deafening roar. Despite the crash, most of the team survived, battered but alive. Their mission, however, had just become infinitely harder. Cut off from their supplies and reinforcements, the Resistance team ventured into the jungle on foot. The thick vegetation and oppressive humidity made every step a challenge. Insects buzzed around them, and distant animal cries echoed through the trees. Dr. Markov checked her scanner. "The obelisk is still several kilometers away, but we need to move fast. The Arcturians won't stop hunting us." Captain Rhea took point, leading the group through the dense foliage. Private Lila and Sergeant Malik kept watch for threats, their weapons ready. But it wasn't just the jungle they had to contend with. Arcturian patrols were already on the ground, searching for them. As night fell, the jungle came alive with strange sounds and glowing plants. The team set up a temporary camp, using the cover of darkness to avoid detection. Reynolds addressed the group. "We've faced worse odds before. Stick together, stay focused, and we'll make it out of this." The team steeled themselves for the challenges ahead, unaware of the horrors lurking in the shadows. At dawn, the Resistance finally reached the obelisk. It stood tall amidst the jungle, its surface covered in intricate alien carvings. But something was wrong. The obelisk's glow was dim, its energy flickering erratically. Dr. Markov's face darkened as she scanned it. "They've already corrupted it. The Arcturians have implanted a virus into its systems. If we try to activate it, it could destroy the entire network." Commander Reynolds clenched his fists. "Can you fix it?" Markov hesitated. "It's possible, but I'll need time and protection. The Arcturians won't let us do this without a fight. As if on cue, the jungle erupted with movement. Arcturian forces emerged from the trees, their weapons blazing. The resistance fighters took cover, returning fire with everything they had. Captain Rhea shouted over the chaos, "Hold them off. Markov, do what you have to do." While the team fought desperately to defend the obelisk, Markov worked to neutralize the Arcturian virus. Sparks flew as she rewired circuits and bypassed corrupted systems. Every second felt like an eternity. After an intense battle, the resistance managed to repel the Arcturians, but at a heavy cost. Many fighters lay injured or worse, their sacrifices weighing heavily on the survivors. Dr. Markov finally stood back from the obelisk, her face pale with exhaustion.
"It's done," she said.
"The corruption is gone, but the obelisk's energy is depleted. We'll need to find another way to recharge it." Reynolds placed a hand on her shoulder. "You did good, Markov. We all did. But this isn't over." As the team regrouped, they realized the true scale of their struggle. The Arcturians were escalating their efforts, and the resistance was running out of time and resources. But despite the odds, they remained determined. The obelisk stood as a symbol of their resilience, a reminder that humanity would fight to the bitter end to reclaim their world. And somewhere deep in the jungle, unseen eyes watched their every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike.